Hey everyone, I go by Kurt. I am one half of Haunted Michigan Experiences, the other half is Alicia. We go around our state of Michigan and try to find the most haunted, so called haunted, um, paranormal sites around Michigan and just document our experiences. This particular experience that I'm going to touch on today, I'm going to tell you guys about it. It's a place called Pere Cheney, Michigan. We went to Pere Cheney Cemetery, and get ready because this is a quite a big one. So grab your snacks, grab your tea, your coffee, your juice, your pop, or whatever you're sipping on. Maybe something a little stronger, and I'll buckle in and I'll tell you what we experienced. First, I'm going to tell you the reputation that this quote unquote ghost town has. This is the story behind it. There are many stories surrounding the ghost town of Pere Cheney, as well as the cemetery itself. Ghosts, witches, strange figures, glowing orbs, and mysterious lights in the trees. People have said to have heard children laughing while they are returning to their cars, having handprints on them. Some say that Pere Cheney was a cursed town from the start, as it was built on a Native American land. The cemetery is down a 2-track road and runs along some railroad tracks, hidden in the woods. There's no sign of the cemetery and no signs indicating that it exits. A little further down is the town of Pere Cheney, which is considered to be a ghost town. At least 90 people were buried in the Pere Cheney cemetery, but due to vandalism, very few headstones remain. Quick note, you will see in the pictures that are being pictured here in the videos, you will see how this cemetery was vandalized and how it's terrible. Back to the story. Some sort of disease, cholera, diphtheria, was said to have wiped out the entire town in the early 20th century. According to local legends, a witch cursed the village of Pere Cheney after being banished to the woods, hence the reasoning behind the mass outbreaks of disease in the area. The only thing that grows in the town is a green, mossy grass, and according to some accounts, the entire town is haunted. I apologize if I can't talk. This is my first time kind of narrating things, so I'm kind of getting used to it. Anyway, most of the information about Pere Cheney states that people from nearby towns have tried to burn the town down to stop the disease from reaching them, but there's no information to support it. The disease came twice, 2 years apart. The remaining people dragged their belongings to what we know as Grayling, Michigan. The cemetery has been vandalized and the town is covered with strange mossy grass and no other vegetation grows. Now that I have told you, and now that you know the story behind this little village, let me inform you on the experiences that me and my girlfriend Alicia had when we visited this strange little village. Alright, get ready for this one. It was a very interesting experience. Most of the headstones were vandalized, which I told you guys about earlier, which makes me infuriated. It's crazy what people do just for fun, I guess. Just let the people rest, Anyways, when we got there, it was extremely quiet, like hear your blood flow quiet. Like it was no noises, no mosquitoes, no flies, no birds, no animals, no wind, nothing. We walked around for a bit, and let me tell you, before I get into this, real quick, let me tell you, I'm the biggest skeptic when it comes to paranormal and anything paranormal, right? Like if I hear something, if I see something, I will do anything that I can to discredit it, to try to find a reason why that's happening, right? But the whole time we were there, like we both felt like claustrophobic, if I can speak, claustrophobic, and just like the walls were like the cemetery was a box, like it was just closing in. The energy was really was really not necessarily dark. It was just heavy. It was very, very heavy, you know. Alicia and I were walking around the tree line around the outside of the cemetery. And Alicia felt her whole body get like really, really, really hot. Like she went into an instant fever. All of her hair stood up on the back of her neck. And as we walked up to the big oak tree in the middle of the cemetery, it's a beautiful, semi-small cemetery. It's a huge square, right? But there's a huge, huge tree, beautiful tree, as you'll see pictured, in the middle of the cemetery. And that's supposedly where that witch that was banished to the woods was hung. That's where they hung her. That's the story. When I walked up there, or when we both walked up there, I started to feel sharp pains behind my eyes. I don't know why that happened, but that's what happened. I was looking up the tree, and as I was doing that, there was like sharp pains right behind my eyes, and it didn't happen any other place or any other time while we were there. Just when I was up by that tree. As time went on, we kept walking around, looking at the headstones, mourning the ones that have passed on. We kept seeing broken headstones, people writing on stuff. It's just leave that stuff alone. Me and my girlfriend Alicia, us here at Haunted Michigan Experiences, always shows up to look when we go to a location. We always show up with the best intentions, with the utmost respect for the ones that still lie there today. If you plan to go to Pere Cheney or any other locations that we mention, or any other locations in general, please exercise the most respect for any of your surroundings while you're there. Also, I want to mention when we do our research about places, we talk to people here and there, maybe people that live around there, or people that have been there a lot, or people that know the area a lot, you know. And there's a lot of people that had experienced car issues when they tried to leave the Pere Cheney Cemetery. Like, we've heard people's cars, we've heard of people's cars just shut off, just stopped working at a certain area when they try to leave. But yeah, this has been our experience. When after all that happened, we left, and it was getting dark, so we had to leave, and that was it. That was our experience. This was my first time narrating. This is our first full-length video. I hope you enjoyed. We hope that you continue to enjoy our videos. Like I said, we are really adamant on just finding the craziest, the most paranormal, the biggest haunted stories, locations around Michigan. And that's what we do. We just travel around Michigan and, document our findings. And you can find us on here at YouTube, of course, obviously. You can find us on Facebook at Haunted Michigan Experiences. The links will be in the description below. You can also find us on Instagram at Haunted Michigan Experiences. That link will also be in the description below. If you have any stories you have about Pere Cheney, or any stories about any other locations in Michigan or around the area, let us know in the comments. We want to hear from you guys. We love hearing these stories, and if these stories grab us and we talk to you guys, we reply to everybody. If these stories, speak to us, we'll go and investigate these areas that you guys tell us, and we will document all of our findings. So, like I said, if you have any suggestions, any stories, or anything paranormal, let us know in the comments. We love hearing from you guys. Stay tuned for more videos in the future. We're going to be posting a lot. we hope that you guys stay safe out there, be respectful. We hope you guys have an amazing day. Until we meet again, peace out.